what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some pencil exercises, and I do these just to practice a lot, doing these spheres, just trying to practice the circles, staying very light. And you'll notice sort of also how I'm holding the pencil. Normally we hold the pencil, we hold it like this. This is how we write. But for this exercise, I like to put it in the palm of my hand there and close it over, just to keep it nice and light, to be to break out of old habits. If you look at these little spheres, what I would try and do then, these are circles, but then I would try and sort of shade, just kind of according to the contour, shade one area, and then give it a bit of a shadow sticking out. I actually get a little darker down there, like this, and doing kind of lines to represent the curve of the circle, and turn it into a sphere. They're not much. I don't spend too much time in any of them. Get that shadow underneath. Light's coming, let's say, from here, above. For this part, the light will not hit the bottom part as much. The lines will be darker down here. I can sort of shade it in on the bottom. Get that shadow that's going to be in the opposite side. There's a little bit coming out here. This gives me an idea how to sort of turn things very crudely, turn them into sort of 3 dimensions. We are working on a 2-dimensional surface, the paper, and I would repeat these all over the place. Sometimes I would do, let's say, an oval or an egg shape, almost like a face. Now, I want the face to say, let's say, look this way. So the center of the face would kind of come down like this, and then I'd have the eyes kind of come in like that. Notice what I'm doing, and I'm doing these lines that are contouring the shape of the face. Even just putting these lines already gives a little bit of body. And I can have a neck one over there, and I can say there's an eye here, there's an eye here. Get very light. It just kind of gives, you almost have a sense of 3-dimensional face. I could take the same oval and make it look the other way. Do the contour like this. Eyes kind of like that. And eyes are typically halfway between the top and the bottom of a head. Top of the head, bottom of the chin. Now the face is kind of looking more that way. Put a couple of eyes in, a nose, mouth. Very crude. An ear over here. I can do some hair if I want on top here. And if I have light coming down from this side, this part of the face would be shaded, and this part would be lighter. So I can darken the eyes even more. And I have the very, very crude sense of a 3-dimensional face. I can have the face looking up. Notice the same oval shape, but now I can do it like this. And I can have the eyes like that. Another whole kind of dimension. That's a bit funny looking. I can try it again. That. That. The head's looking up. There'll be less room on the top and more on the bottom. They won't really be halfway anymore. Almost like that, and up like that. Then I have the head tilted up. And you can just keep practicing these. See the contours. It's almost like if you took a cross section. This is the shape of what the top would be. If I cut this shape in half, it would be this curve thing here. And then I can just sort of think about, I'm going to put eyes, the nose, and I can even elaborate more. The nose can come down like this. The mouth is here. There's an ear over here. Neck. Shoulder coming out there. Shoulder coming out there. Here's the chin. Shading under the chin. Shading under the nose. Eye sockets are going to be shaded. Even a little darker. We'll put the eyes in. A little darker for the nose. The next thing you know, you have a very kind of crude looking but almost three-dimensional face. I can decide where the sun is coming from. Maybe it's coming from there, so I would shade this side a little bit, get that side a little bit darker. This side of the nose is darker. Darker in the eye here, darker over there. Cast shadows a bit like that. Darker down here. Maybe a shadow. Cast shadow of the head on that shoulder. To be lighter. I can decide if I want to have hair, what that hair looks like. And you have there, so the early works of the face that took about 30 seconds to a minute. I'm not even sure exactly much time. So these are just good things to practice. And I find from drawing with pencil and just kind of fiddling with them to get different shapes, where are the shadows, where the light's coming from. I learned to hold a pencil very lightly. Really gives me a sense of dimension and how to create different gestures of where faces are looking. And I think it would also really help with your painting. So break out your pencil, get a piece of paper, and just sort of do these over and over and over again. They'll really help you a lot with your drawing and ultimately with your painting. Please enjoy.